To Grace, my future wife, part 19. The last letter. March 27th, 2024, 12:36 p.m. Dear Grace, I figured out the universe. It took longer than I expected, but I'm complete now. No more questions about our origin. Movie idea, Untitled, continued. Day 3, 6:06 a.m. Grace wakes up coughing, like she's choking. David starts to remove the cuffs to assist her, but she shakes her head. Grace, I'm not choking. David, are you okay? Smoker's cough. You've been vaping, not smoking. I know, I've been hiding the smoking part. Why? You smoke weed all the time. It's different. Smoker's breath, etc. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. If you need to smoke, let's go. Grace and David stand on the balcony. Grace lighting up. Thanks. I don't smoke that much, mostly in the morning for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's the coughing. What do you mean? When you cough, your body resets itself for a second. If you cough longer, it's a bigger reset. What do you mean, reset? Well, maybe waking up is a better term. Do you feel more awake after a smoke or joint in the morning? For me, a smoke. For me, a joint. Together we make a spliff. I think any action that engages the full body wakes it up. Grace seductively. Like? Yes, that. But any number of other ways. Deep breathing, cold shower, walk or run around the block, throwing up, slapping yourself in the face, cocaine, Adderall, you know. I think I understand. And then, whatever method you use, your body becomes accustomed to it. If you normally smoke and cough in the morning, your body will cough even without the smoking. At least, that's my theory. It appears that way. I know every time I try to quit the first few days are phlegm hell. I don't care if you smoke. Your body, your choice. If your breath smells, I'll tell you. Gee, thanks. If your sarcasm level gets too high, I'm going to call your mother. Go ahead. I know you're scared of her and my dad. I'm not scared of anyone. Except nobody. Are you sure? I'm not scared of you, Grace. I was intimidated and confused by you, but I'm not scared. I don't believe you. I'm not lying. And you're not telling the whole story. No, correct, I haven't told the whole story yet. But give me a chance. Grace pulls up the cuffed hands. It's now a shortcut, saving her saying, you have all the time in the world. I understand. What's the plan for today? Day 3. Or date 3. Which would you prefer? Date. And I think we should take a shower together in the dark. All the blood drains from David's upper body. Grace watches his face go white. She feels the hand she's holding suddenly go cold before he releases it. You okay? I felt an electric shock from you. You didn't feel it? No. Shower? Are you sure? Grace bites her lip, turns David's head so she can look him in the eyes. Let's get it over with. How romantic. Is that a no? With or without the cuffs? With, of course. We're not going to end the experiment, but I don't think we can go another day without touching each other. At least I can't, or I'd rather not. What if we both slip in the shower and knock ourselves out, and then your parents find us naked and tangle up 4 hours later when you haven't sent one of your secret hourly texts? Actually, I stopped texting my mom updates. Fine, but what if? Then I guess we'll have one hell of a story to tell at our wedding. Fine. Yes, or fine. You need a verbal consent? I don't need anything. You just want me to beg? Nope. David? Grace? Yes, of course. I'm not ready, but I'll never be ready, so yes, let's get it over with. Sorry. Stop saying sorry, David. Grace and David re-enter the room and calmly walk hand in hand to the bathroom. We could just have a shower and enjoy touching each other's bodies. We don't have to have sex. Well, I'll be having sex. You might as well join me, but sure, feel free to lather me up as much as you like beforehand. Are you always this direct? Your entire life? Doesn't matter? Legit question. No, not with others. You're different, David. You seem to forget what we've done the last 2 days, and what you've written to me over the last 2 years. We hung out. I wrote to anyone who would read it, not you. It was more than hanging out, and you wrote those words for Grace, yes? David understands. They enter the washroom and close the door. David grabs the duct tape to block the light from the door, but confirms with Grace. Pitch black? Yes. Thank God. Which God? The one that controls every detail of my life from the time I wake up until the second I fall asleep. What's her name? Look at your name tag. I don't have one. Maybe I'll get her name tattooed on my ass. Maybe you should. I think the experiment would be okay if we did this without cuffs. Why? I really do think it's dangerous in the dark. So lights on, cuff on, or light off, cuff off. Light off, cuff off. Thanks. David removes the cuffs, places the last piece of tape on the door, looks at Grace one final time and turns off the light. May I make a suggestion? Please. Why don't we have a shower by ourselves first, then together? Why? I'm not sure cleaning. I've been getting myself the last couple of days with a one-handed shower. I'm not sure how clean I've been getting myself the last couple of days with the one-handed shower. Fair enough, good idea. Ladies first. Grace begins to shower alone while David sits in the bathroom counter staring in Grace's general direction. His hands are shaking. He's happy. It's dark. Grace can't see his nerves. 12.5 minutes later. How dirty are you? I'm conditioning my hair, if you don't mind. Timing seems odd considering what we are planning. Feels nicer this way. You'll thank me. David thinks of 10 inappropriate responses but restrains himself. I'm teasing. I've waited this long for you to return. What's a few more minutes? I'm almost done, smartass. This is so dumb. I agree. Hand me a towel. Your turn. David holds out a towel and slowly moves toward the sound of Grace's voice. Hold out your hands. I am. David holds the towel out with his left hand and waves his right hand around searching for Grace's hands until he accidentally makes contact with her breast. Hello. Sorry. You just couldn't wait. Are you done? Yes. Enjoy your shower. They switch places. Grace dries off and puts on the hotel bathroom. She brushes her hair in the dark. Still nervous? David doesn't respond. David? Yes. Did you hear me? Still nervous. David sits down at the back of the shower. David through tears. There's no turning back, Grace. Once we do this, do you understand? I understand. If this is going where I think it's going, Grace, I'm not sure I can be away from you for a while. What do you mean? I slept better last night than I have for years. Your presence allows me to sleep. I need that sleep to function, to think. Once we take this to the sexual level, I know I'll sleep even deeper. Why is that bad? I know myself. I'll use you for sleep. I'll use you for sex. I'll use you for sex to sleep. Go ahead. Sure? Fuck, David, I'm serious. Do you really fucking think I care? I asked you for the shower, remember? I'm not talking about today, Grace. I'm talking about a month or a year from now. Would an agreement help, like Sheldon uses on the Big Bang Theory? I'm not Sheldon. I understand, but you like experiments and agreements, yes? Yes. If by chance, David, I feel like you're using my body as a sleeping aid, and I'm not comfortable with that arrangement, I'll say something. Fair enough? Fair enough. No. Are you done delaying the inevitable? David begins crying. Grace begins crying. Grace enters the shower with her robe on. I'm coming in. David holds out his hand, and without a single photon of light, Grace instantly finds it. Dave pulls her down to him, and they embrace. Dave and Grace exit the bathroom in robes, holding hands, no cuffs. They walk to the bed and flop down. Grace lies in David's arms. Hi. Hi. Do you want to talk about it? Do you? I'm good either way. David kisses Grace on top of her head. Why did that feel like make-up sex without the fighting beforehand? Maybe it was. I've been pissing you off? No. I thought our first kiss would be at our wedding. Are you asking me to marry me? Do I need to? Grace rolls on top of David, her face inches away from his. David, will you? David interrupts. Order a room service? Yes, I'm starved. Grace kisses David. Sure. Are we done with the experiment? Which part? The handcuffs? Yes. How about none inside the room? As long as we're in earshot of each other, I think it's the same concept as handcuffs. And wear them outside the room? Why bother? I like the concept. It forces us to work together in new situations. Alright, deal. Deal. Want to make out? David smiles. Lights on. Lights, camera, action. Under the covers. Deal. Grace and David yank the blankets back. and jump into bed like a couple of horny teenagers. An hour later, David and Grace relax in bed, and David puffs on a THC pen while Grace enjoys her nicotine vape. This is the problem. Why? I have no reason to ever leave this bed. Well, until the end of this week at least. You can stay in this room as long as you like, David. I'll get bored. With me? No, with the room, the walls, furniture, etc. I'd be happy being in your room every night, or at least every week. You want the road life? Yes, but with you. I know. Grace and David spoke in silence. Dumb question. Yes. Birth control? What about it? Are we using any? I'm not, and I'm pretty sure you didn't. And I'm ovulating. Nice. What is wrong with me, or you, or us? Nothing. Your body, your choice, right? Yes? You like saying that, don't you? When it's not about abortion, yes. And when it's used in the abortion context, I agree. However, I don't think it's used enough. Isn't it better to take control of your body before you're forced to make a choice? I'm confused. Most abortions are unwanted pregnancies, correct? Yes. Most come from irresponsible sex, not rape, correct? Probably. Be realistic, David. How many abortions are there in Canada every year? David Googles the question. 74,000. So do you think there are 74,000 pregnancies caused by rape? Probably more were caused by booze or Molly. Exactly. Their bodies, their choice, their mistake to solve. Solve equally between both parties? No. Relax. Sorry, I meant no. There's no responsibility to keep and raise the child together. Is that what you meant? No, more about the abortion question. The man has a say or not? Depends. Does the woman have an obligation to tell the man? I don't think so, do you? What if you just got me pregnant, David? When do you want to know? What is your responsibility? You're a lot to take in sometimes, Grace. I understand. Don't avoid the question. I can't answer those questions. I have no idea how I could even support a child financially. I knew that before I asked you into the car, David. What do you want from me if I just got you pregnant? Nothing, or everything. You choose. You'd walk away right now? I would, pregnant or barren. Just say the word. Tell me you don't want this and it's over. Done. Finito. Grace and David lock eyes and begin to cry. Liar. Sorry. Truth? Are you asking or telling me? Asking. If I'm pregnant right now, this second, David, it's my responsibility, not yours. I think it's safe to say I made the first move. I got you into the shower. I get it. You got it. Several times. Exactly. As long as those sperm are not too dusty, you never know. But, I see your mind working, David. But, I was not trying to force you into a relationship for the kids or anything similar. I understand. I want kids. I don't want the responsibility. I understand, David. Grace. Sorry. That's still a word. Sorry. It's still weird when they use your name, right? It sounds like you're talking to a different David. I'm not. I know this is too much for anyone to absorb without prior notice. I call you David, like that, so you'll focus on me, not others, not other thoughts. How do you know me so well? I read everything you wrote, every word, multiple times. I am your Grace, David. You have no idea how you found me, but I am who you believe me to be. And you're funny as fuck. I'm hilarious. Once you stop hating me. I don't hate you, Grace. Why would you say that? We just had unprotected sex several times. Maybe I have AIDS too. You don't. Maybe I do. I'm more irresponsible in this situation. I doubt either of us have anything, David. But why didn't we check? Why didn't we ask each other about our sexual histories? Too horny to care? Maybe. But be serious, please. I'm not sure. It sounds corny. David. David, like a child being told off by his mother. When I look into your eyes, it's like I've either known you my entire life, or maybe in some previous life. Would you like to try saying that again as an adult? David grinning, not really. What do I see when I look in your eyes? A jerk, a dick, an idiot, a weirdo, a dad, a husband, a father, a partner. David tears up and formulates his response. A deadbeat dad, maybe. I can work. I'm young, remember? Plenty of earning potential left in my body. And I'll stay home with the kids, write or do stand up. You'll do both and more. Maybe it's time to change the subject. Why? I think I need a walk, some exercise besides, you know. Okay, let's get ready and go. Do you mind if I talk to my mom? David sighs. Oh, I keep forgetting they're there. Go ahead. It's okay, David. They're checking out today. We'll be alone. They're clearing the playing field so I can really knock you up? Who do you think will help me raise the kids after you become famous and leave me? Ha ha. Not a joke. Not a joke. If I'm famous, I'm rich, so you'll have nothing to worry about. Are you sure? You hate money. You could work at a computer store right now, couldn't you? You're knowledgeable enough? Maybe not computers anymore, but the cannabis store, yes. Sorry, you are correct. You'd be much better in weed than anything else. Sex shop, too. I could work there. Sure. Let's see if we can get past missionary first, Mr. Joseph. Anyway, I hear you. Yes, I could work at something menial, but why? For myself, there's no reason. A few extra dollars a month makes no difference. However, if I just knocked you up, and you hold me responsible, I may be forced to work again. David glances at Grace. My body, my choice. I could leave this room right now. My body, my choice. I could leave this room right now, and you would have no way of finding me. You still don't know my last name. You know what I look like, you know where I've worked in the past, but you know nothing else. I may live a mile from you or a million miles from you. The moment I walk out, there is no you and I, my choice. And my problem. Any baby in this body is my problem to care for, to feed, to love, to do everything. It's my choice. Do you understand? Why me? Because I love you, you fucking idiot. David and Grace hug tightly. A minute later. I love you too, Grace. But, Grace crying gently, but I don't know why. Sorry, to clarify. Grace no longer wanted to talk, smiles at David to continue. David clears his throat. Let me try again. To be clear, you are stunningly beautiful. I am stunned when I see you, speechless, dumbfounded, confused, agitated, every emotion all at once. And I'm not talking about now. Now you're glowing and I have a whole new set of emotions to deal with when I look at you. This is how I felt when I saw you at the library. I remember every time I saw you at the library. I remember what you wore, what day it was, what time it was, what I was writing or trying to write. And every time I stopped writing and I looked up, you were there, with a book card or a clipboard or just walking down the aisle, correct? Am I mistaken? You're not mistaken. I think once we almost ran into each other coming out of the washroom, yes? Grace nods and bites her cheek. She's not sure where David is going. I nearly shit myself. I don't know if you saw, but I was shaking as you walked past me. Grace nods. I'm frustrated for not understanding, Grace. This cannot be about your looks. It's not lust. I know the difference. If this was lust, I would have just gone to the gym, buffed myself up, got a haircut and some new clothes, and I would have asked you out in the traditional manner, and hopefully have sex with you as soon as possible. Fuck the third date. Luck. Lust equals ASAP. I don't need to know your last name for lust, Grace. Why do I care? Why did I keep going back to that library, Grace? Your library. Grace shrugs her shoulders. David no longer attached by the cuffs, begins to pace. More importantly, why did I stop going? David stops pacing. He returns to the bed and sits cross-legged with his back on the headboard. Grace positions herself in the same pose, but at the end of the bed. With blank expressions, they stare into each other's eyes while breathing large, slow breaths in unison. I'm not sure if this is helping or not. I love you, David. I love you, Grace. I have no idea what to do, Grace. Any suggestions? About me or life? Both. If this is too much, David, you can leave. I won't try and stop you. Yes, I can find you again, but I won't. Why? Because I understand how you think. I understand you. I waited for you, David, at the library and elsewhere. For you, an old man, who, yes, can look a bit homely at times. But like you said, if this was lust, how hard would it be for me to ask you out? What would you have said? No? If you were married and I asked you out, what would you do? I don't think any man would say no to you, Grace. In fact, I think 50% of women wouldn't say no. Maybe it's because I'm head over heels for you. Maybe I'm high. Maybe you put magic mushrooms in my food. All this is a hallucination. Maybe you're really ugly to everyone on the planet but me. Some sort of spell. Are you a witch, Grace? A god? An alien? Are you done, David? I was being serious. I don't know how you can love me without first getting to know me. This is what you mean, yes? David nods. I agree. It's dumb. It's silly. It's outrageous. And unbelievable. But it's not impossible. Love at first sight? Yes. Although in our case, more like second sight. Remember Louisa? Gravid in days. Gravid? Grace and David smile simultaneously. Can I explain something to you about my memory, Grace? Please do. It only works when I need it. If I tried to remember and write down our every encounter, I probably couldn't do it. But if you asked me about one particular day, I would remember it, and then from there recall all of our earlier or later meetings. Make sense? Yes. David pauses. David? Yes. You've never experienced love at first sight? I have with pets. And? Offspring? Exactly, David. In particular, babies. That's not where you are headed. Family love is different. I know, but I'm talking about the sensation. The physical sensation when you saw your baby for the first time. Look them in the eyes as soon as they are open. And then what, David? Then you know you're fucked. Exactly. Fight or flight, David. Fight equals work and support your family. And flight is running away. Why would you run away, David? I think I'm confused again. When you looked into your baby's eyes, was there ever a thought of, fuck this, I'm out of here? Of course not. And when you looked into my eyes, fight or flight? Flight, but only temporary. Retreat? Sure, like stumbling across Sleeping Beauty in the forest and not being sure what to do. Leave her in a glass coffin, visit and admire her daily, or break her out. Are you the prince or a dwarf? Which is your fantasy? And I'm grumpy, I'm no prince. My point is you didn't flee. I confused you. You are now telling me you fell in love with me instantly, and once you realized it, you kept away from the library, correct? Maybe not consciously at first, but yes, I recognized I was going there as much to look at you as to write. I did think you might be a good luck charm, but honestly, there was no chance of me approaching you until I succeeded at something in my life. Is that when you ghosted me? Yes, sorry. It's okay, I wasn't ready either, David. And maybe I read too much into your words. I know humor is your first goal in anything you write, but I think you'll admit you have an underlying purpose in what you're expressing. Eventually I will. Now I think I write so my head doesn't explode at night. Do you feel like it's exploding now? Now I feel wonderful. Tired, confused, a bit dizzy, but wonderful. Because of all the fucking we did earlier? We'd call that awkward groping and functional intercourse earlier, Grace. But yes, I feel like I've written 4,000 words and I'm happy with all of them for once. What's going to happen tonight, Grace? In what respect? At some point we'll want to see each other naked. You didn't peek under the covers earlier? I didn't. I did. Fine, I don't care if you see me naked, I'm not embarrassed. My issue is, I'm not sure if I want to see you nude yet. I'm actually a bit scared. I understand. My body isn't that great, David. You felt it. That's not what I'm talking about. That felt pretty fucking great to me. My issue is visually. I'm worried once I have that image in my head, it'll remain stuck there forever. I doubt it, David. It's more than that, Grace. At the moment I have almost no dreams, or any dreams I do have are very simplistic and not very emotional. Emotional? Yes. Most of my dreams are lucid or partially lucid. The more tired I am, the more lucid the dreams become. If I'm barely tired, I barely dream. Knock me out through exercise or writing for 5 hours, and I'll sleep well and dream more at a cost. With these deep sleep dreams, not only do I remember them, I experience the emotions within the dreams. All the emotions, not only the good ones. I don't think I'm really lucid dreaming, though. If that was true, they'd all be flying or sex dreams. I mean, why not? Can I guess? Go for it. You're afraid you'll dream about me naked? I'm afraid of lucid dreaming with you and never wanting to wake up. But when you wake up, you get the real thing. I know, but it's hard to explain. These dreams are more than lucidity. It doesn't happen anymore, but for years I had the same repeating dreams to the point where it became annoying to sleep. I dreaded it. It fucking near killed me. I'm such an asshole without sleep, Grace. I've never seen you be an asshole, David. He'll show up eventually. He always does. First time you talked about yourself in the third party, David. Keeping track? Your memory's pretty fucking good too, isn't it? It is. So what do we do? I barely remember how to get to this part of the conversation. Hungry, David? Grace, no more, okay? Your name? Yes. Pizza? Chinese? Sure, my treat. Whatever. I'm basically an old man now. All you want is my sperm and you're willing to use your beauty and mind control powers over me? Sure. Whatever. I'm basically an old man now anyway. All you want is my sperm and you're willing to use your beauty and mind control powers over me, so sure, I'll be your boy toy. Grace snarls. Silverback gorilla. Thanks for reading, Grace.